Of the seven wonders of the ancient world, only one survives, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The others have disappeared. But what if I told you that there's a structure in the world taller than the Great Pyramid, and almost no one knows about it? This isn't science fiction. This is Africa, Ivory Coast, the jungle. The Basilica of Our Lady of Peace in Yamoussoukro is the largest Catholic cathedral on the planet. It's listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. The dome is 90 meters in diameter. The height with the spire is 158 meters. The Great Pyramid of Giza is 145 meters. Do the math yourself. We all know the Pantheon, St. Isaac's Cathedral, Notre Dame, but this church? Silence. Why? Maybe because the official story behind its construction doesn't stand up to scrutiny. Maybe you think Côte d'Ivoire is a rich country? Oil, diamonds, 3 harvests a year? That explains the untold wealth needed for the construction project of the century? You're wrong. 40% of the population lives below the poverty line. The country survives on cocoa and coffee exports. That's all the wealth. And they also survived a civil war in 2002. That's not conducive to economic growth at all. And the new one, the cathedral, was built by the president with his own money. They say it cost between $300 and $500 million. No one has ever named the exact figure. The problem with this corruption? The cathedral is truly magnificent. 3 hectares under roof, 30,000 square meters. 18,000 people can pray inside at once. The square in front of the entrance can accommodate 300,000, the entire population of the city. Beautiful, grandiose. But here are the questions that arise. Serious, obvious ones. Notre Dame in Paris took 190 years to build. Construction of the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York began in 1892, and it remains unfinished. And here, in the tropical jungle, in a city of 300,000, the largest temple in the world was erected in 3 years. Let's count together, calmly, without emotion, just numbers. The dome. Reinforced concrete. Weight, 35 to 45,000 tons. To pour it, first we need to build the internal formwork, the slab. This in itself is a highly complex engineering structure, not made of planks and ropes. Let's say it's built. They start pouring the concrete. Where does the cement come from? Where does the rebar come from? The country has no domestic metallurgical plants. That means everything is imported. The nearest port is Abidjan, 250 kilometers away, along the potholed roads of a tropical climate, where a single downpour turns a dirt road into a swamp. According to the minimum calculations, at least 1,500 25-ton truck trips will be needed for the dome alone. And importantly, strictly on schedule. No delays. Otherwise, the concrete isn't right, the process is disrupted, and everything is wasted. And that's not all. After pouring, the concrete must be continuously moistened, otherwise it will crack. And then wait almost a month for it to harden. No rush, no rush. Technology doesn't tolerate haste. Experts say bluntly, pouring 40,000 tons of concrete under such conditions in 3 years is physically impossible. And that's just the dome. Let's keep counting. 128 columns, 14 meters high, 60 tons each. Formwork, reinforcement, pouring, vibration, curing. Again. Time. Again and again. The cladding is Carrara marble from Tuscany. Travertine, presumably from Turkey or Iran. The stained glass is from France, made using an ancient technique, which means, again, there are limitations in both volume and time. There are more than 7,000 square meters of it here, 3 times more than in the best cathedrals in Europe. The reinforcement is from Germany or France. And in front of the entrance, a square paved with tiles, 9,500 tons of granite, fitted precisely, tile by tile. All this mass of material was transported through a single port. Then 250 kilometers. The tropics. The rainy season. The logistics aren't working out. The deadlines aren't lining up. And the main question, why are there no photos, videos, or films? 1986 isn't the Middle Ages. The construction project of the century, a Guinness record, hundreds of millions of dollars. Where are the construction photos? Where is the step-by-step documentation? Where are the geological reports on the soil and foundation depth? There aren't any. It's as if the journalists missed the event of the decade. No reports, no archives, as if the construction never happened. And one more detail. For those who know, all Catholic cathedrals in the world are oriented along the east-west axis. This is canon, tradition, a centuries-old rule. But this church is strictly aligned with the meridian, north-south. Why? The lower level of the building is closed to visitors. The basements, the utility rooms, everything is closed. No explanation. A theory that's hard to refute, this cathedral wasn't built from scratch. It was restored, excavated. They restored what was already here, perhaps buried under a layer of mudflow sediment after some ancient catastrophe. That's why it's here, and not in Abidjan, a city of 6 million right on the port. It wasn't elected. It was already here. The president invested in the restoration, and this, without any irony, is an act. The temple stands. People pray. This is good. But before us, most likely, is the structure of a vanished civilization. Nameless, silent. Who built it, when, and why? We can only guess. This is what a true wonder of the world looks like. Not listed anywhere. You must admit, this is another significant detail in our picture of the world, a piece of the mosaic in which we have become the heirs of the vanished civilization of the Titans. This is their legacy. All the best. Until next time.